Warning. What you are about to hear goes against traditional romantic counsel expressed by friends, family, and Instagram memes and quotes. Open-mindedness is advised.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, and welcome to another edition of the Senate Shorts. I'm your host, Neil, joined as always by my brother from another mother, and your host, Derek.
Yeah.
And together, we bring you another shortened version of the Senate podcast. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit notifications with bell so you don't miss anything. Most important thing I said is share the content. Let's build this community. Like, make sure that your friends know about it. While we are next, and let me build this community. Anyway, my brother, you're excited. That doesn't bode well for me.
This one is the lady she calls in to Kendra G. You know, Kendra G has her dating show. This lady she called in, she is looking for a partner. So let's hear what she has to say. And normally, again, I would chop this up as much as, you know, like, not say so I didn't chop this up because the jokes pretty much go throughout. So I kept the whole thing together. You ready, my brother?
Well, let's get it, man. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Hi.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Ella.
Ella, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Seattle, Washington.
Seattle, Washington. How old are you?
I'm 40.
40? Good. What do you do for a living?
I am a vlogger.
Why was you hesitant to tell me that?
Because it's private.
So you don't want people to know?
Well, she's shady already.
It's
but
incognito.
go on.
My vlog, it's like you can't tell that it's me intentionally.
Okay. So that's what you do for a living, though?
Yes.
Oh, so you don't want to tell us more about it because you want to keep your anonymous.
Exactly.
Okay. Ella, you said Seattle, Washington?
Yes.
Seattle, Washington. 40, you have any kids?
I have two.
2 kids. How old are your children?
23 and one will be 18 on Christmas.
Okay. Same man?
No.
Have you ever been married?
Yes.
Okay. When did you get divorced?
September 15th. It was finalized.
Oh, this year?
Yes.
You just got divorced like a month ago.
I've been waiting to get on the show. You said got to be single, so hurried up and got that.
Oh, you already ready, girl? You've been divorced for a month and said it's time for the next one.
Let's do that. Let's pause.
Yes,
let's pause.
So girlfriend, I divorced last month. I am here for a man. I stick it up. No, please note that she already said that she's been dating before. Right? She's been dating already. But she says she gotta be single to come to the show. She's here on the show. Right? You with me, my brother?
With you, I just think that is at least you waited until she
Yeah.
taking it in good faith, because we've covered some women, some people, not just the women, but some people that did not wait until the ink dried. They were gone before the papers were drawn up.
Exactly.
They were doing their thing. So anyhow, we go through with Ella. Let's get through.
Okay.
I've actually been dating. We've been separated for over 3 years.
Okay.
About 4 years.
We're nosy. You don't have to answer, but do you want to share why you got divorced?
It was an abusive relationship, and then he turned into a meth addict. And it wasn't his. I don't believe that it was his fault that he turned into a meth addict. He was trying to self-soothe, I guess, because our daughter died, and he couldn't do.
Because your daughter died?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear what happened to your daughter.
She was run over by the electric company and then overdosed at the hospital.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So you had 3 children initially?
Correct.
Okay, sorry to hear that. And then the death of your
Pause.
child just kind of took.
So Ella's been having a rough go of it.
I mean, that's unfortunate. She lost a
Yeah.
child.
Lost a child. Husband became a meth head. It's been rough. Right? It's been rough. But there's more. So that's that. What's going on, man? You all right?
There's more part. Is this already like this could we do these things, right? We be getting on the road nice and scenic, and then we see cliff and turn a sharp right, and we going all down the road tumbling down the cliff side.
Don't worry, the cliff is coming. But I'll say to you, because I know this looks like the kind of chick that you would talk to, so I'm going to say to you, just hold it down, because I know you probably saw it and thought to yourself, yeah, this is a attractive lady.
Yeah, she's not a bad looking woman at all.
You were rather.
Yeah. You could finagle saying. Work saying out with her.
Let's say work. But let's see how you feel by the end of this. Right? Let's keep going.
All right, let's get it.
You guys apart?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I've heard about when parents deal with the passing of a child, it's hard for them to stay married together. That's sad.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. So this is Ella. When's your birthday or zodiac sign?
November 25th, and I'm a Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. All right. So this is Ella, Seattle, Washington. She's 40. She's a blogger.
Ella want man to celebrate with your birthday.
Sagittarius, was once married.
Independence.
What kind of man you looking for, honey?
Okay, I got a long list.
You have a long list.
A long list. I wrote it down. So he must believe in higher power. He doesn't have to be like Christian or anything, but he definitely has to believe in a higher power. He can't be an atheist. So it must be spiritual. He needs to enjoy outdoor activities. He must be calm, dominant, respectful, financially secure, loyal, responsible, honest, kind, authentic, thoughtful, a good communicator, athletic, health conscious, tall. I'm not finished. Affectionate, emotionally available. He must be a gentleman, hygienic, has nice teeth, well-dressed, old-fashioned, patient, dressed sophisticatedly, not skinny. If he is under 40, he must be above 6 feet tall. And if he is over 40, he must be above 5'9".
Can we get a pause?
Okay, explain to me the.
Yo, put Superman screen in. Put Superman screen. Oh man, put Superman screen. Then again, she said, "I can't got the money. So you gotta put Superman, put Batman on screen too."
Come on. Did this woman really just? First things first. That a laundry list.
That's supermarket list.
That's a supermarket list. But out of sight, you can really come here on the people internet on a dating show and really in good conscience and seriousness say that you want a man that is under 46 foot taller.
Over 40.
Over 40. You gotta be over 5'9". So tell me how this is equated. How so the man is all of a sudden lost 5 inches when he clock over. You just saying, oh, they got many 4-year-olds that over 6 feet gonna be or probably them gone. So that is her adjusting her standard, Yeah. That is her amending her list to be more inclusive.
Yes, man. Look, I love it.
Look, ladies, we said this before. I can say it again. This piece of advice, piece of game, whether we don't want to listen to it or think we mansplaining, makes no never mind to me. Don't be like this chick. Don't be like this woman. Because it is amazing. It is amazing to me, at least, that she had a husband. She got that long criteria list. It almost makes me want to believe she catch standards late.
I suspect that's what it is, because I am confident that a man just turns into a meth head in meeting half of the requirements. And it's a case where, as you said, she catch standards late and now it's like, well, let me course correct and ask for these things on the back end.
Right. But I want to be clear. Please do not be coming with that laundry list. That it is so specific. With everything she said, she reduced the population or percentile of men she wanted almost in 5. She divided it and divided it and divided it. You know, like when you fold a paper, it can't fold no more, it can't bend no more.
Well, she's gonna bend it some more. So let's get into it.
But this one, all right.
Yeah, because right now she's asking for some combination, some Frankenstein version of Batman and Superman. So let's keep going. All right.
Age requirements based on height.
Because so I'm 40 years old, and I do sometimes date guys that are like, guys try to date me that are like in their 20s and sometimes 30s, and I noticed that it's easier for me to date a guy that is over 30 if he is taller, because I don't know, I guess I equate that to him being like more of a man. If he's, I don't know.
Remember the live stream?
Kind of an issue of mine,
if you're short, you know, you don't count.
And then if he's older, he can be shorter.
Just a quick pause.
Yeah.
Let me be clear. Oh, sweet girl is being very honest and forthright, so we give her kudos for that.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
You want a man? I remember very early out in my teens, a woman said she liked tall men because it makes the man feel not imposing, powerful. Yeah, and I think a better word is imposing, meaning that he is dominant, that he's, and to hear her say a man.
Yeah.
I find it funny that when we say we want a woman slim, trim, and not obese, because it signifies discipline, virtue,
femininity,
that you're dedicated to self, right? These get called, these get labeled. That is not what this is about. I suspect
this is the standards.
Yeah, this is standard for 2022. But I suspect though that this is not going to be one of those discussions at the end of this. You don't believe that? Anyhow, we'll press on. We'll go ahead.
Yeah, she's also saying that she is approached by mainly 22-year-olds. There's a reason for that,
right?
Because many age bracket,
in
taking on this laundry list that you go ahead.
But the older man got which now you turn 39, you only got so much time before you shrink into 5'9".
Yeah.
But I just want to take a moment to talk about her appearance. The breasts. She presents herself well. Yeah, she presents herself well. Anyhow, we press on.
But he still has to be about 5'9".
Oh, okay. Are all these non-negotiable requirements on your list?
Majority of them are, yes.
What's negotiable?
What's negotiable? If he has facial hair, which I didn't even say that. I love facial hair. I also like dark-skinned guys. So that is negotiable.
Let's pause, Neil.
Let's pause.
She like dark-skinned men. So Superman and Clark can't them out. But Black Adam on screen there. So pretty people deal. Because
or Steel Shaquille O'Neal is Steel.
Yeah.
But then he ain't got a facial hair. So she want Luke. No, Luke Cage ain't really got no long beard. Mother's Milk from The Boys.
Let me press forward to hear what else she want, because girlfriend has this list is exhaustive. So let's go forward.
I date all nationalities, so but I do prefer a black man, so that's negotiable. However, he can't be like super white, and by super white I mean like culturally as well as his appearance. Like he has to be under 10, so I can't have like an Irish dude that's just like
so no Conor McGregor.
No, thank you. So that
he has to be. I think you mentioned athletic, so he has to be athletic.
Yes, and so that's with age range too. So I like guys that are bigger. He can't be skinny. So skinny is definitely a non-negotiable.
No Kevin Durant.
I can't do a really skinny guy. That is for another reason.
Check Kendra's face.
But yeah, I don't like really skinny guys. So and I think that has to do with like he seems like not really a grown man if he's really skinny. That too. So yeah.
Now, what are your deal breakers? I'm assuming you wrote that down.
I did. Okay, so one deal breaker that I have is that I do not want to date a guy that treats women that he's newly dating based off of his previous relationships. So I've dated guys that are like oh, I used to give, girlfriends a credit card when they go out of town or something. And then you're like, you're going out of town, where's my credit card? And he's like, oh, I don't do that anymore because like the last chick kept my credit card when we broke up, and she was like booking hotels or something, stuff like that. I'm not okay with you telling me, things that, you do in the beginning of the relationship and then tell me, oh, you're not going to do that for me because it went poorly in the relationship previously. That's not okay.
So nobody that's going to use his past experience to negate how he moves forward in his current experience?
Exactly.
But don't we all do that though?
Yes, we do, kind of.
Right. You know what I find interesting is that if she had taken out that analogy or that example, she would have been spot on with a deal breaker. Nobody wants any partner to
compare them
or hold on to a friend of mine. There's somebody close to me. She's always saying the friends of girlfriend, the ghosts of girlfriends past, right? But she ruined it when she used the example of saying, I used to get the ex the credit card. He misused it. I don't do that no more.
Because she's suggesting there, by using that example, well, yeah, I want to misuse it too.
I want things too.
And you should be idiot enough
to give me free things too. Like, anyhow, Ella, let me press forward.
We do kind of, but like I said, this guy literally did these things as a selling point. Like, he's told all these things that he's done as like, this is why you should be with me. But then when it comes to like, okay, well, yay, we're in this relationship now. He's like, oh yeah, I'm not doing that because this.
Yeah, because he realizes you're in work without trouble.
Okay, so I got it. So what's some other deal breakers?
I don't want a liar. I can't have a lazy guy. He has to be hygienic. Like, I can't have him stinking. And not a cheater. So, okay. And the thing is about it though, I'm not gonna say that this guy has to be extremely exclusive to me, but I definitely have to feel like I'm the most important person in your life.
So you're open to him having other women as long as you're the main girl?
No, I need to feel like I'm the most important person in your life. So if you can accomplish seeing other people while still making it so, I feel like I'm the most important person in your life, then yeah, how about it?
Most important person as in the females he's dating, or just overall?
Overall, the most important person in your life.
Over his, what if he has children?
Yeah, I would prefer him not to have children.
Oh, what's the age range you want to date?
I'm gonna say 30 to up, as long as he can get up and walk and athletic.
But you have 2 kids, so he can't have kids?
If they're grown, like my kids are grown.
Okay, your kids are grown, so if he has grown kids,
that's fine.
Okay, now back to my original question.
He still needs to make me feel like I'm the most important person in his life.
So you want to feel more important than his own children?
Yes.
Would he be more important than your children?
No. But I'm going to make him feel like he is.
Girl, now look.
Pause.
I'm going to allow you to speak and put out there in the universe, but that's a crazy as hell request to say that a man needs to make you feel more important than the people he brought into this planet. And you just said yourself, he would not be more important than your children. Right. So you don't think that's kind of crazy to say, I need to be.
See, this is what you're not listening, because I didn't say I have to be more important. I said he needs to make me feel.
But like, why? Why do you have to feel more important than his own children? His mama. So you gotta be more important. So you gotta be more important than his mama too.
I just don't want his mama or his children to be an issue in our relationship. That's what I mean by that.
He's just meeting you. This man, you about to meet him for the first time. Whenever you meet him, these people been with him his whole entire life, and you need to jump the line before his mama and his kids as an importance in his life.
If we're in a relationship together, you separate yourself from your previous relationships, and we are one, and that's what I want.
Who wants a divorce in your last relationship? You or your husband?
I did.
Why did you want a divorce?
I told you why.
Tell me again.
He was addicted to meth.
Oh, okay. He was on something.
Pause.
I told you how the doozy feel.
Woman, this woman literally just said she wants a man to essentially sever ties to previous relationships, regardless of the type of relationship.
Yeah.
So this woman here, this woman reason out.
Family be damned.
This woman just reason out that she wants her potential man to forego the mother and children to make her feel. Let's be clear now. Not saying that there must be more important. But she has to feel. So the man got put on an app. Or my mother calling, I hear with you, baby. My children calling, I hear with you, baby. But they ain't got the audacity to come and say, hear me more important, my children.
Yeah, straight. Believe that. No, Neil, a term that we hear thrown around often, right? Maybe men are out there, and you would have seen it in your research, have you seen it in mine and stuff like that. Because again, folks, we don't just come and talk on the show. You research the stuff we talk about. And one of the things that we hear the word thrown around often is narcissist. Women often say this man is a narcissist, this man is this. Some of them can't even get word called good, right? But I want to read for you the definition of narcissism, right? And this is a psychological definition, right? Because it speaks to excessive interest in or admiration of oneself and one's physical appearance. But on the psychology side, it says selfishness involving a sense of entitlement, a lack of empathy, a need for admiration as characterizing a personality type. Lack of empathy. She ain't really nothing to do with this man, children on that, so she won't be worshipped. She needs admiration. But we can get into it. Don't fool your foot. Ella is not done. Ella is not done.
Ella, like, she know about her, because she's starting to get a little contentious with Kendra now.
Yeah, she can start because even Kendra is like, and Kendra don't really check these women when they come with these requests, right? But even Kendra is like, yeah, this a little there. And if right now the still image you have of Kendra's face, from what you see in here, Kendra's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me press on, brother.
Let's get it.
Ooh, okay, let's keep going, Ella child. So, you said, tell me the age range one more time that you would date. You're 40.
30 and above.
30 and above. All right. So this is Ella, Seattle, Washington, 40, Sagittarius, a blogger. She's going to keep that a secret. 2 grown children. All right. Does he have to look? You told me this week over. Does he have to look a certain way?
Yes, he has to be attractive and presentable and not skinny.
Not skinny. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
Yes. Over 6 figures.
Over 6 figures? That's a millionaire.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, so are you saying he has to be a millionaire, or are you saying he has to be high 6 figures?
High 6 figures, yes.
What's the lowest 6 figures you would date?
Pause, Neil. Make a guess. Because I made a guess when I heard this question, when I watched this, I made a guess in my brain. I want to see what you can guess before you hear this comment.
Was it lowest 6 figures? Lowest 6 figures?
That she's willing to go.
I feel like saying $750,000 is going to be ridiculous to her. I think she's going to want to have more than $750,000 per year.
She did just say that a millionaire would be great.
Right, or high 6 figures. But
yeah. My guess was 200,000 when I heard this, right?
No. Well, yeah, 200,000. Well,
yeah.
She said she wanted high 6 figures.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking anything over 500,000. So in my opinion, 750,000 is what I think that is ridiculous for me.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
ridiculous. So I think
most people will think, but
yeah. Let me hear Ella.
Let's hear Ella.
300,000.
300,000. So I'm assuming you normally date men in this category.
Yes.
So what's going on with them?
Good question, Kendra.
I haven't settled for anyone.
What's been the issues?
They are not meeting all my requirements.
You want to pause it, brother?
Okay. So Ella, you're fine. Like if you don't find a guy to fit everything, you'll be okay with being by yourself. It sounds like.
Yes.
So Ella is claiming
in Bethlehem wet. What?
Ella is claiming that she is finding these men. She's dated these men. But she is yet single. As a matter of fact, she just recently got divorced a month ago. Still single. Yeah? But she's dating these men. If you're dating these men and you are in the process of getting divorced and stuff like that, I would think that these men, if you are such a catch, that these men be saying, as soon as you get divorced, girl, they here for it. You know what I mean? But Ella's still here, single, knocking both.
You have dated men made 6 figures a year. You've dated men that you have found attractive, but they did not meet all of your requirements.
So she ain't settling. Terry settling, B.
But you know, just this is an aside for you, right? You know, I am the man that I am. I can play about all of the list of her requirements.
Yeah. You ever see you can put up a screen with a little ding, ding, ding.
I can let her say it, right? Just for the because to me it's not just hitting the things. It is ridiculous to hear her actually go through them. You know what I mean? Like it is silly to hear an actual person say, "I want a man that is X, Y, Z, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, 12, 14, 15, purple, black, pink, and then you had 7, 8, 9, 12, 14. It is ridiculous to hear or to see someone just verbalize that.
Yep.
But we're here for it.
Insane.
Yeah. Let me press forward.
I have so many vibrators.
Say again?
I have lots of toys.
You have lots of toys. Okay, so you're willing to either you get what you desire or you'll stick with your toys and find happiness that way.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's fair. All right, let's do the Kendra cam, baby. We gotta see your full body.
And this is the problem here.
I don't know if you can see me.
Got the girls on in camera and everything.
Okay, yeah, I could tell you're thin.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ella, when was your last relationship? I know you just got a divorce, but you said you've been dating, right?
Yes. My last relationship was about I think it ended in March.
End of March. Okay. You don't have to answer, but when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I am not going to answer that.
Okay.
Pause, Neil.
They want me to ask you.
Yeah, all
right, so we can assume Ella shady. Ella didn't want she blog. She didn't want what this and that. She can't tell you when last she was intimate with somebody. Ella is clearly working for the CIA. Ella is shady.
Come on, no, Derek. No, you know me. That doesn't necessarily mean she ain't shit. She just probably doesn't want unwarranted attention on toward her and judgment. For example, she may have a blog that she don't want, let's say, her employers to see. Not necessarily that it's shady, but it's a place for her to express herself. And those, all I have to say, legally obligated or legal department has said, that one of us has to play devil's advocate. So to me, even though she may be not forthcoming with certain information, like who you last had sex is really and truly in a body business, right?
Facts. But that's not what she asked. Yeah,
when last she was into it, right? When we last been that really in a body business. But the thing with the blog, my mom might be in the next room. Like your girl,
and that Shania, that is not unprecedented.
That's not unprecedented. The mom might be in the next room saying, "They don't talk it there. They don't talk, talk it there. We have sex today. When last y'all sex, man? Y'all sex of the week, man. 30 people when last y'all sex, man. Yeah, well, I since I here. You know what I mean? But me personally, I'm going to operate in good faith and say, even in the face of evidence and in the face of shorts that we've done before, I'm going to treat it in good faith. Ella just wants to be very private with certain things. Doesn't want to say, well, I would not want to say when last I was in it with somebody. I would not want to necessarily be forthcoming with a blog that I am doing. Not necessarily this one. I don't care. I tell people at my work that this is what it's doing, right? Yeah. I even let people to come through. Those of you from my workplace that checking me out, right? So they like subscribe. But I don't have a problem with that because that's America. Their sensibilities are a little different, and they may not necessarily want to have that level of expression. Not saying that she's necessarily expressing herself in a negative way, but some people just don't want to touch certain things. She may have a political blog. She may have a pseudonym for a relationship, whatever it is. The point is, she wants to keep her anonymity. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I will not say it's shitty at this moment. Who knows what the next few minutes will bring?
So you wouldn't date anybody that made less than 300,000. So if a guy made 200K, Ella, are you still there? I'm not sure if she went away. Onyx Monopoly. Hey, Onyx. Onyx paid $200. So I'm going to read what Onyx says. I have learned is many of us will die alone shallow. I met some amazing gentlemen, all shapes, sizes, ethnicities over the past few months, and I no longer care about height and weight. We can lose weight laying down. Height is irrelevant. An ugly heart, spirit, and soul is dead. Hey, Onyx Boo. Let me say this. This is why I always ask this question. If you don't get what you want, are you okay with being by yourself? And once you tell me you're okay, Ella's back. I think you're back. You back, Ella? What happened?
Yes, I'm back. Sorry.
What happened?
The screen was ringing.
Huh? Oh, your phone was ringing.
Was ringing. Yes.
Okay, so did you hear what Onyx said? Do you want me to read it again?
Oh, no, but yes, please read it again.
Okay, so Onyx said she paid $200 to make this remark. I have learned that many of us will die alone being shallow. I met some amazing gentlemen, all shapes, sizes, ethnicities over the past few months, and I no longer care about height and weight. We can lose weight lying down. Height is irrelevant. An ugly heart, spirit is dead. Do you want to respond to that?
No, I agree 100%. I mean, to each his own.
Do you think you're shallow?
No.
Of course not.
Why not?
I think a lot of people want what they want, and when we figure out what we want, we should stick to it. We shouldn't lower our standards because we haven't found what we want yet. Just
lower your standards, girl.
So what does lowering your standards mean? So like if a guy if he treated you well, but wasn't your height requirement, to you, that would be lowering your standards?
Well, it kind of depends on what it is my height requirement, because like if I'm allowing this guy to be in my life to treat me well, then obviously there must be something about him. So I wouldn't be lowering my standards because something about him made him
to rate you right.
If he's in my life to treat me well.
You ain't get that far if you show up.
Exactly.
All right. So you have your right to your salary preference. But do you care to say why you wouldn't date a guy that made 200K?
Well, it depends on where he lives. Like I live in Seattle and I travel to like Hawaii a lot. So in those places, 200K is like barely anything.
So when you got divorced, I'm assuming y'all were separated, right? How long were y'all separated for?
We were separated for 3 years.
For 3 years. Okay.
Almost 4, actually.
I'm trying to think of our last question. You said your last relationship was March. Okay. So yeah, Ella, why do you think you're single?
Because I'm super particular.
You know that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you enjoy alone time.
Of course.
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
We have to.
And I also enjoy being pursued, and I'm pursued a lot.
Okay, you're pursued a lot. So why don't you settle or not? I don't want to use the word settle. I hate that word. But if you're pursued a lot, why aren't those things leading to anything long term if that's what you desire?
Well, you heard yourself, Kendra.
Because they're not what I desire. None of those people are what I desire.
So the people that you desire, are they trying to pursue you?
I haven't met any that I desire yet. Like I said, I have a long list.
Right.
And so once I get, you have to check off the list while you're dating people. You check off the qualities that they have. Like, I don't know how respectful this guy is when I meet him. I don't know how loyal he is when I meet him. I don't know how responsible or honest or kind or authentic he is when I first meet him. So it's going to actually take me to get to know this person to know these things about him. So for the people who says that I'm shallow or whatever, I forgot what they said I was, but yeah, most of these things you actually, for him to be a good communicator, I actually have to communicate with him to know these things. So,
Okay.
Listen,
I already know how my page is,
but you gotta be a particular height for you to talk to you to start. So you can't find out if he's a good communicator if you can't get past our first barrier.
The physical requirements alone to get in the door, to get past the rope, to get to the cashier, to get inside, to get past the bouncer.
Can't get
the man got to be athletic. He can't be skinny.
Gotta be slim.
Tall.
Yeah.
He got to be clean. He this, that, the next, the 30, 40, 50, 80, 90, 10, the 5th. So let's get past the door. But then what? The man don't give the credit card because you're talking sweet. You're talking sweet with the man that kind. You know, if he's respectful, if he's loyal, this and that, next, the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
So none of these men that meet, no, hold on, before you go, brother.
Yeah, go ahead.
So none of these men you have met that pass the entry fee to get into your bar, none of these men are loyal, kind, or they have to be, they got the infinity gauntlet with all the with all the 6 stones like Thanos. They can't just got like 3 or 4. You can't got the power stone and the mind stone and think that you're running things. You got
she said as much.
You got it set.
She said she ain't settling. If she ain't find that what she wants, she got she toys. She said that.
Get 2 children, my man.
That is the
you know what?
We beat.
No. That's not
said it
fair.
earlier.
It's not fair because it's easy to get children now. So
she probably get starters late. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. Which is funny because she is judging the man of her future by the ghost of boyfriend's
spouse.
All of a sudden, you got a long laundry list like Santa Claus to see who naughty and who nice. You got entry. You got a height requirement, a weight requirement. You got to bring scale, the measuring tape. You're a doctor. You got to check every vital and everything like that. You got to be a psychologist. Check everything now for this person to see if this person is good.
But you ex-husbands in my faith. Just saying. And when you bring Black Adam here, and you finally meet Black Adam, what he getting in this deal? 2 children. That ain't his.
They're grown now. They're grown now.
Yeah.
18 and
20. Something so. Yeah, 23. Right?
They're grown.
So why should a man contend with this when he's 40 already, when he could just get somebody significantly younger that is less complicated and deal with them? That's the part I would love to know.
She seems like the type of woman that you will need a slide rule, a calculator, a compass, a tractor. You need to walk with everything to calculate the square root of 5 squared multiplied by infinity plus 1 to figure out how to make this woman please on a daily basis. That's what it seems to me. Because you got to make this woman feel like she's the most important woman in the world. You got to make me feel like it. Right? So, and you know what's pissed me off about this? We can continue, but you know what's pissed me off about this? At some point, Ella is going to say, yeah, the men ain't just ready. The men ain't ready.
Well, she said that already. You know, the men immediately less and she refused to settle.
But no, I mean to the point where, because let's be honest, no, there's nothing wrong in saying, well, for example, I like a particular person this type of particular way. They're not that. There's nothing wrong in saying that. But to make it seem with this tone or condescension like they ain't ready. Because it's one thing to say, I did not date this young woman because of XYZ. She is too tall, she is too whatever's your requirement. She is too something. You say, I did not date her because I did not find her attractive. That is, in my opinion, fine. But then to come over and make it seem like, yeah, these men are ready. These men are ready. Why are these men ready, Ella? Because they're not kind, loyal, respectful, tall, short.
Don't make enough money.
Too hot, not too cold. You know.
If you can't date somebody, right? If you can't date somebody making $200,000, I mean, who you can date? Because
no longer. Go ahead.
That $200,000 in the US puts you in like the top 5% of earners or something like that. You know what I mean? So if you can't make that work, Yeah, and I remember that figure because that's what Brittany Griner was earning. Maybe I do a little research on her. So if you can't make if $200,000 ain't enough money for you, you're talking about you's good from Seattle to Hawaii. That's a $200 round trip. $214 for the Expedia or something as well. That's a round trip.
But here's my thing, right? I ain't got Ella Goldilocks from now on. But the man can't be too hot, too cold. He can't be too tall, too short. He can't be too fat, too slim. He can't be too nice.
She's going to hear for it too.
Yeah, she's Goldilocks. Anyhow, we press on.
My followers. So there's 2 questions I want to ask you, and you might not even care to even answer these questions, but I would like to get your opinion. Salary. I feel like a lot of people are going to say that you don't deserve a man that makes that type of money, that type of man that makes $300,000 or more is not going to wife you up or settle down with you for whatever reason. Do you want to respond to that comment that will be said? I'm sure of it.
To me, that's just hilarious. For someone to say what I don't deserve, it's like, go fuck yourself. Pretty much.
Okay. And then another comment, I'm quite sure people are going to say that your list is unrealistic and there's too many things up there for you to find that person. Do you care to respond to that comment that will be said?
Whoever says that, they can go and settle for whatever, and that's why they probably end up with a trash person or be treated poorly in their relationship. I mean, the thing is, to each their own. If you want to settle for whatever's on your list, if you want to have 2 things on your list and go with whatever dude, just be a pick-me, whatever. I'm not a pick-me. I pick what I want, and if you're not what I want, then why would I waste my time? It's like, what?
No, the Goldilocks. No Goldilocks. You don't pick what you want because you don't pick.
I'm saying.
Talking about here. If you got 5 things for you, listen, you choose to.
Yeah.
Come on, Ella. You've dated men that made 6 figures before. You had children by men. You get married. So at some point they had, but you hear you tell it, going by your equation, you hire a man. To get when you're ready, you gotta be a certain height and a certain size. Shoot, gotta be a certain complexion, hue, and color, you gotta go a beard. We can assume that your husband is at least that. You gotta be kind, you gotta be respectful, you gotta be loyal, you gotta be all of them things. Right? We can also assume that your man at some point was all of that. Unfortunately, there was a death in the family. Condolences, my mom went off the rails. Yeah? I don't know the exact particulars as to why you're divorced, but being a meth addict is certainly one of the high reasons why couples get divorced, believe it or not. But Ella, you can't come and tell the people if you got 2 out of the 5. Well, for you, it will got to be 16 out of the 40, right? And all of a sudden you settling. Yeah. They hear you tell it, right? If you don't have all of your ducks in a row, if you don't take at least 89.267% of that list, you will not be considered. So, what we looking for here, Ella? What we looking for? You don't seem to want. You don't sound like a woman that wants to have the casual sex or do the sex before a certain level of relationship, which is fine. I appreciate that. But
you know what I know, Neil.
Man, you know what again, hold on out there. I go in again by good faith because she said she got her toys. I go in by what she is saying. To hear her tell it.
Yeah, but any day, toys is one thing, but people still want to feel little body heat and thing, you know. You still want a man that still want to feel a woman, a warm body, for want of a better term. A man want to feel a woman, want to feel a man. That's just how it's go. As much as she's still out there dating, and you think she going up on these dates, and no action ain't going down.
Man, who's she dating? Who is she serious? She's not. Let me press on here, cause.
So you feel as though your vibrator, a battery, is better than a human being that might not have everything on it?
No, I feel like my vibrator is better than a hostile guy that is too lax. He can't be a leader. He's irresponsible, unrespectful, unloyal. dishonest, unkind, inauthentic. You know, I that's what I think my vibe is. If he's not meeting most.
So you see the challenge. You see the challenge. Immediately when she thinks about a man, she goes into this bad faith argument. She describing the worst man she could find. So she can't find a man that is a couple of them things. Because if he doesn't have all the things on the list, automatically he is the opposite of all these things. But it's just he ain't kind, he ain't this, he ain't that, he ain't that, he ain't that third. Just can't be an average dude that cool.
But we'll also consider that she's being disingenuous, because anytime she's getting pushed back on her list and the type of man she wants, she's going to the things that people know. The boy don't want a man that's disloyal. The boy don't want a partner that's a liar. The boy don't want a partner that's disrespectful. The boy don't want a person that ain't kind. The boy don't want them people. So you see, as soon as she gets pushed back, because Kendra's asking about specific things, height, age.
She ain't mentioning them things at all.
She ain't mentioning them things. Money. All of a sudden, you coming back to, so you think I can choose my Barbados over a man that is not kind? It's not. No, sweet girl. We ain't get there. We ain't get there. You prefer a Barbados over a man that don't make 6 figures. Answer that. And to me, if I were in Kendra's position, I would answer that pointedly. That's fine. Nobody want them things. So let me take all of them things, the core personality traits and things that we desire in a partner. We take them and put them on one side. Everybody want that. You want to wake up one day and decide to use the epiphany and understand how to create the best partner. We all want that. So put that one side. It is the physical and financial things that is a sticking point for us. Right? Your list is so restrictive.
And she knows that.
Because she's being disingenuous by coming back to the feels. She's coming back to the feelings. Because it's subjective. You cannot. This was get me about the subjection, right? Because watch. 6 foot is 6 foot. 6 foot is 6 foot here. 6 foot is 6 foot in China. 6 foot is 6 foot in London. 6 foot is 6 foot in Hawaii. $300,000. American. It's $300,000 American in Asia, in London, in Barbados, in London, wherever. Right? 300,000 US is 300,000 US. However, that work out and equate, it work out and equate. Those are things that are measurable. But you see, when she keep bringing it back to things that are subjective, because kind for me, well, kind is kind, but there are varying levels of kind. There are varying levels of generosity. There are varying levels of respect. There are various levels of bad treatment and good treatment. You know what I'm saying? So she coming back to things that wishy-washy. She coming back to things that are murky. Because who are you to tell me what's respect? Because a man tell you, I don't think we should go here tonight. Another person might deem that as disrespectful.
Yeah.
So to me, she just murking the waters into things. Kendra is asking pointedly, where are the men that you date with 300,000? You prefer a vibrator over these men? Because that's what Kendra really asking. You prefer a man that is short, that has some of these qualities, or you prefer your vibrator? She said, well, don't tell me I want. This is what I deserve. Yes, sweetheart, you ain't got the exclusivity on wanting good treatment. You think me and Derek and want a woman that kind, respectful, lawyer, ain't a liar, this, that, the next, the third? Well, we want them. Everybody want them. I don't necessarily need a woman that's $200,000 though. I don't necessarily need a woman to look like a Victoria's Secret model though. Because if I wait and hold up on them things, you know where it can be? Exactly, Keisha. That's where it can be. So I just wish, and Derek, here's the funny thing. We've encountered this before, Yeah. We have encountered this same type of psychology and thinking before. Right here in Barbados.
Yeah.
You're saying, people might watch this and say, we want to find these people. One is always good for the extreme. One is always good for the wild. He's always good for the ridiculous.
Trust me. You've seen it. Live at a living color right here, as Neil said, in Barbados.
In Barbados. So
they walk among us.
They walk among us. And it's, again, if you believe that is what you deserve and you're holding out for it, that is fine. In the context that when you don't find it, come and tell me. That's like you look in the entire world for the purest and richest diamond in the world. You're looking for the most expensive, most exclusive, most one in a million type of diamond. You went find it. You say, but the earth ain't shit. The earth can't handle my desire and what I deserve. Anyhow, brother.
If he's not meeting most of these criteria, yes, I think my vibrator is way better than that. And I also have a cuddle pillow.
Yeah, a custom tape by a dog too, and a cat.
But what if something, God forbid, what if something happens and you need a human being to help you with something? Do you think about that at times or no?
No, I do, but like, I just don't feel like,
because I mean, real quick, because when you bring a vibrator, you're pretty much demoting a man to a sexual activity. Like you're just kind of, well, let me finish. You're just kind of saying, I have either I'm gonna use my vibrator or I'm gonna get my list. But only thing that the vibrator can offer you is sexual pleasure. It can't be there when you have a bad day. It can't be there when you're sick. It can't be there if God forbid something happens to you and somebody got to make a phone call for someone to come caress you and make you feel better. So, you know, it's like you're just comparing a male to the sexual activity opposed to everything else a man can bring into your world.
Right, but if the guy is disrespectful, if he is dishonest, a bad communicator, if he is unhealthy or inaffectionate or emotionally available, I mean, yes, I would prefer to have my vibrator. These are things that I need. I don't want a stinky guy laying in a bed with me.
So why you gonna be? A stinky guy?
So to be clear, a man for you can only.
So what the vibrator got to do with it? Why you bring in a vibrator? You got your toys. I'd rather be alone. I got my toys. You is who bring that in.
Yeah.
Does that sound funny? That sound hip and trendy? Or it's either that or you equating a man just to sexual gratification, which is really what you want. You want gratification. You want instant and continuous, sustained gratification at all times. You want a man to be subservient to you. Notice I did not say submissive. See, when we say submissive, that's what people think of. Worship. You gotta worship the man. You gotta be subservient to the man. No, ladies. That is what you want is not submission. You want subservience. So let us be clear. At the end of the day, we could talk all about we face and bring it back. I don't want a man at this. I don't want a man at that. I don't want a man at this. I don't want a man at that. And just pointedly said, so you essentially, you brought the comparison to either my list or a vibrator. Now we can say that that's not a necessary fair comparison or whatever. That's fine. But why she always going back to, we get it. No man walking this earth or no woman walking this earth want a person that make can smell stink. And I thought, well, naturally, after a bath, you smell stink. Like natural, your natural scent is stink. Who want that? Who want a person that's come home and say, you get home very late? Or the girls, you was out doing something you shouldn't be doing. Nobody wants that. So why are you coming back to that? Either say, you know what, that is my fault. I should not have equated a man to sexual gratification. Or say, you know what? Yes, I understand that I want the kindness and everything like that. But let's be honest, the men that I'm finding that are kind, men that I'm finding that are willing to be supportive and generous and not lie to me and everything like that, they do not meet my physical and financial, physical and or financial specifications. So I would rather, we hear it before in the space, right? Women just get dry with men that destroy. Women just get dry with men that don't free up with the money. Women just get dry with if you ain't got a beard, if you ain't tall, if you ain't this, if you ain't that. And the lack of kindness, that's it's not the lack of kindness, it's not the lack of respect, it's not the lack of honesty. Them things is eventually dry up a woman. But them ain't the things that really stop the waterworks from jump. Y'all could call me what you want. You could tell me I'm spinning. Tell me I'm a liar in the chat, in the comments below. Tell me I'm a liar and tell me how what she is saying makes sense. I'm willing to have that discussion with anybody.
Please you sexually?
No, that's why good communicator, it's not just pleasing me sexually. If he is kind and authentic and loyal, that's not just pleasing me sexually. But
no, but
you
understand what I'm guess I'm trying to get you to understand what I'm saying, because you're saying either the list or a vibrator. You're not
right. So my point is, the things that are on my list aren't just things that help me sexually. But what I'm saying is, if these things that are on my list, if I can't get that, if I can't get these things, like these are very important things that I need. It's not like I'm asking for him to be a trillionaire or fly me to London to go get dinner or something. I'm asking for him to be financially secure, respectful, honest, kind,
well,
authentic.
You're asking for him to make over $300,000, which
that is okay. How many? There's a lot of people out there to make over $300,000.
No, there are not.
Lots of them.
I mean, listen, I live in a world where that is true.
It's insane, right? Because I am the man I am, I'm going to pull up statistics and graphics that show that the people that make 300,000 and over are not walking about the place, are not plentiful, are not out there just walking about saying, I wish I had a woman, boy. I wish I had a woman. Look at me.
And that's total people, not just men.
That's just not men. That is
total people.
Total people.
Which does not take into consideration race, because she says she wants a dark-skinned guy. It doesn't take into consideration sexual preference, orientation. None of them things. Gender. You don't take into consideration none of them things.
So it baffles me that you sidestepping this money thing. And you say you don't know that you're looking for a trillionaire, or you're looking for a man to fly you to London, but he got to fly you to Hawaii.
No, he has to fly her to London here because she's taking herself to Hawaii on a $214 trip.
I beat bad here, there. I beat bad. She brushes over it like, I don't see man to fly me to London.
Yeah.
But you want to see man to fly you somewhere. You want to see man to fly you out somewhere. You think travel is cheap? You think it's just hop a plane and the hotel just to come on through? This one for me?
A lot of women, particularly in the United States, it seems to be a thing that they want somebody to travel with. And Thorn Lexi, Black Lake Podcast, bigger the Black Lake Podcast. He did a compilation of so many women calling it this very Kendra G show, looking for a man, that they want to travel with. The compilation of all these women saying they want to travel. And now that I say that, let's consider this, right, Neil? She called us in to Kendra G show. Let me keep it a stat. If you call in to Kendra G show, your options are limited.
The men that watching this, the men that making the money that you want, and the men that
here on this show. Ain't on this show looking for nobody.
I get $300,000 when the year come. You put your phone by Instagram and say, "Child, boy, you need to find me a home."
Ain't happening.
They certainly are not on Instagram looking at this show.
Certainly not.
I mean, listen, I live in a world where that is true. I mean, but I will say a lot of the men that do make that amount of money and more. Well, you already did mention you don't have to be the only woman. You say you're just going to feel like the most important woman. So you're open to him having other women.
Like I said, as long as I feel like the most important woman in his life.
Quick pause. Quick a minute. If he can. Do you want a man to have other women once you don't know about them?
Yeah, essentially.
That's only honesty?
Delusion. What are that?
So she keeps going back. She said it several times. Kind, honest, respectful. There and having other women and coming home and not even letting you know or letting on or being transparent about his extra relationship activity. Where is that respectful, kind, and honest?
It's wrapped up in the $300,000. That's where that kind of the honesty and respect is wrapped up in that.
And that is exactly, and brother, we are spot on here because that is exactly what this is about. This has nothing to do with kindness. This had nothing to do with respect. This had nothing to do with all those things. primarily, the man must look good and got money. I would
Sure.
take, right? Lavish me in gifts. I got no problem if you know, once you ain't like harming me or you're not like,
Oh,
you know,
Shama Ellie said.
yeah, if you're harming me physically, mentally, emotionally, you're not being disrespectful to me, like egregiously, all bets are off. All bets off. I take it. Because this ain't got nothing to do with all them things she keep coming back to. You want man that you have no problem with the high value man essentials we want. Got 3-4 with me. Once you don't know about it,
Yeah.
but want honesty, kindness, respect, honesty. Well, the lots piss him. I'm gonna go in the pockets, but in my pocket.
No, I'm asking this question clearly. Could he have other sexual partners as he's dating you or being with you?
Of course not. Of course not.
I'm going to say no, because I don't want to know about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know it exists. I need to feel like I'm the most important person in his life.
So you want to be
in I do know that most guys, I do.
So you'll be okay with being in a relationship delusional? Like you'll be okay with being with a man?
Well, it's not delusional.
It is delusional because you're saying you don't want to know the truth. You're saying as long as I don't know about it, it's okay. That's what you're telling me. Because I'm asking you the question clearly, and you said you got to feel like the most important person. So It's kind of contradicting. So like you're saying, as long as I don't know about it,
I'm saying if he's good enough to make me feel like if he's sneaky enough to have his little side piece and he's still making me feel like I'm the most important person in the world, and I never see him texting anybody or calling anybody. If he's that sneaky, heck yeah, have your side chick. If you can do that, then do it.
Why would a guy be lucky to be with you, Ella?
Because I'm traditional, I'm loyal, I'm playful, I'm a great cook, I clean, I take care of my man, I'm honest, I am adaptable, I am thoughtful, and I'm nurturing.
Okay. This is Ella, Seattle, Washington. He doesn't have to be in Seattle, Washington, right?
No.
Okay. You said you're open to all races, correct?
Correct.
All right. She's a blogger. She won't share the blog with us. She has children. I'm assuming you're done with that, or do you want more kids?
I do not want more kids.
Okay. Strong 300K or more policy, correct?
Correct.
All right. And all right, let's do it, Ella. This is Ella. How do you want the guy to reach out to you? Oh, she'll date 30 and above. How do you want the guy to reach out to you?
You can reach me on Instagram, and that is ms_PRISS360.
Let's do it again. So spell it slowly.
ms_PRISS. I think it's 808.
You don't know your Instagram page?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 808.
Let's be clear. So,
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 808. It's ms_PRISS 808.
All right, let me check real quick to see.
Yes, please. Yes, it is Miss Chris 808. I'm getting a bunch of new followers right now.
All right, Prissy. Oh, so the SS 808.
ms_PRISS.
Men in the DMs, boy, boy. She getting followers.
Smith.
Yep, that's me.
Okay, so it's ms_PRISS 808.
Miss Press.
Ella, girl, we're gonna agree to disagree, but it's your life, and that's the great thing about it. Any decision that you make is not gonna affect me; it's gonna affect you. And the one thing that you said is you will have a vibrator before you don't have what's on your list, and that is your life, and you have the right to say that and accept whatever comes with it. Well, but I would like for you to keep me posted and let me know if the man on that paper exists and reaches out to you.
Thank you, Kendra. You have a wonderful night.
You too, baby. Bye, boo.
Bye.
I would say this, right? Oftentimes when we do shorts or videos that have Kendra in it, we give Kendra flack because Kendra don't hold the person accountable, and they let the person prattle on, and in the case of Zoe, do foolishness. In the case of other people, don't really hold them accountable. I must say, Kendra really got at her and got after her for some of the ridiculousness that she's saying. I just want women to understand, right? And men too, let me be honest, right? I want people to understand at the end of the day, you can want what you want. That is fair. You can deserve, nobody can tell you what you deserve. That is also fair. But you also have to realize that if your standards are super high to the point where only 2 or 3 men out of the population of the earth can come through it, and you don't see none of them men make it or come through, you vex with all men, that is a problem. Nobody wants a person that's unkind. Not well. She want a man of horn she don't know. Where honesty out the door. So like certain things are negotiable, even though she claimed they're non-negotiable. Look, all I think is you can want what you want, but you can't ignore the consequences of reality.
Ignoring reality.
Of reality, right? So you could decide, I want this, I want that, I want the next, the third. I could walk through life saying, oh, well, I deserve a Lambo. I never do a stroke of work in my life. But when I am homeless, when I am malnourished because I am earning for myself and eating, when I am fulfilling certain things as a functional adult, and I still starting to stick up for a Lambo, I gotta get a house door. I gotta get some running water door. So it is fine for you to want what you want, but please understand that the more you add on to that list, particularly when it comes to looks, height, weight, and finances, is the shorter and smaller your pool will get, particularly amongst the Black community. And when you do attract the rare man that have some of those qualities and he treats you either poorly or it doesn't work out for whatever reason, not let me say he treats you poorly, but whatever. He's a stick in the mud, he's boring, he by the numbers, whatever.
3 or 4 women want you, so you juggling all of you.
Exactly. Whatever it is, don't come back now to the dating pool and say, yeah, all I want I kiss enough frogs to know that. But there's a bunch of frogs. Then the princes in here just frogs. It does not work like that. If you have a criteria based on such a specific criteria, you base your dating on a specific and regimented criteria, and it don't come to fruition, and then you say, oh, well, that must equal men ain't shit. And the problem is you and me and Derek and Brother Bob down the road, ain't none of we. Have standards, yes, but have realistic standards. Have realistic standards. You see, the kind and respectful and all them things, that's fine. And more people should want that for themselves more so than a man has met 3. Sure, if I find somebody that kind, respectful, treat me good, ready to be a downfall and everything like that, and does make $300,000 and look like a Victoria's Secret model and willing to spend money for me and got a private jet and but I win lotto though.
Yep. Then people don't walk about like that. And I think at some point we gotta recognize that we can't get everything. Ella seems to want everything and ain't gonna work like that. And she wants it. Not only that, she want it all. She want it all for herself. Yeah, she want everything for herself. So this man, you gotta be all these things physically. You gotta make all this kind of money, and you gotta make she feel she's the most important body on earth, even to the exclusion of his own family, parents and children. You know what I mean? Ella just ain't happen just like that. Anyhow, folks, this has been another Senate Short. It's been a long one, but it's a Senate Short nonetheless. Hit the like button, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think about Ella in the comment section for sure. I'm curious to hear what you all have to say. Hit the notification bell to ensure that you do not miss any of the content we got coming for you. We can see you guys again very soon.
It's a contaminated environment. And the tutu's about that.